that thing turned off. There's a little button on the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Michael Kelly, 2007 Walt Disney World Ambassador.
Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone on this very historic occasion. I would like to say a special welcome to our guests, our dignitaries, and our cast members. We'd like to kick things off by introducing to you a very special guest of honor and a cast member herself. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tracy Wu.
Of the opening of Epcot. I'm Tracy Wu, and I'm so glad and honored to be your host for this historic and joyful occasion.
Yeah.
Now, 25 years ago, much like today, the grand opening dedication ceremony for Epcot began on an empty stage. And one of the keynote speakers talking about Epcot said, "This represents a dream come true."
Woo! Yeah.
On that opening day, we heard a stirring composition that has almost become an anthem or a theme song for Epcot.
Ooh.
We all recognize the music, but not everyone knows the title, which is "We've Just Begun to Dream."
Yeah. Yes.
Now, we've experienced 25 incredible years of making dreams come true for the millions of guests that have visited Epcot. And we can still say, we've just begun to dream.
Woo! Yeah! Woo!
And to begin today's celebration, it is appropriate to begin with this wonderful music and to present Epcot cast members with the icons representing Spaceship Earth and Future World attractions.
Sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, honored guests, please welcome Epcot cast members from Future World. Walt Disney World Resort, and Jim Mcphee, Vice President, Epcot.
Oh, Jim, is this exciting or what? I can't believe I cannot believe we're standing on the stage where 25 years ago today we opened up Epcot for guests.
This is unbelievable. You know, when you look across here at Future World, there are thousands of guests, thousands of cast members who are here to celebrate this special day. And we say, welcome and thank you. I'll bet you some of them were here on opening day. In fact, I'll bet we have a variety of guests from a variety of different places. Let me ask you, how many of you are here for the first time? All right. Well, welcome to the start of the next 25 years. How many of you have been here more than 25 times? How many of you were here on opening day, October 1st, 1982? Wow. Wow. That's incredible. Well, I was here too as well. I was standing in the parking lot. And I'll never forget, I was working. I'll never forget, at about 3 o'clock, we call it Oak Dark 100 now, the first car rolled through. And you know, it's amazing to me today, 41 years later, after Walt Disney announced Walt Disney World and Epcot Center, 25 years after its opening, we stand here today with all of you.
You know, here we are celebrating the year of a million dreams, where dreams come true. And I can't think of a better place to be than standing in front of Spaceship Earth, and I'm looking across at the centerpiece of World Showcase, the American Pavilion. You know, for me, when Epcot was built and opened, it really signaled an era of growth on this property, where we went from 1 theme park to 2. And just think now, we've got over 60,000 cast members that work on this property every year. We've got 4 incredible theme parks and over 24,000 hotel rooms. And it was all launched from the growth that came from us expanding here at Epcot.
That is incredible. Just incredible. You know, and with all that growth, I think we proudly stand here today and recognize that the heritage and tradition of our founder, Walt Disney, is woven through the fabric of everything we do here, every moment of every day. And I am so proud of that. 41 years later, we're able to say that. You know, Walt left us with many great things. There's one particular quote that I remember very well. You can dream, create, imagine, and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it requires people to make that dream a reality. You know, folks, today, all of us have contributed to that reality. We have one special person who I think was right next to Walt.
You know, you're right, Jim. We've got one person here today to help us celebrate. And I'll tell you, it was because of his vision, creativity, and passion. And it had a tremendous impact on the conception and the development of Epcot. He's a Disney legend who began his career in 1955 working with Walt Disney himself at Disneyland. And for 30 years, from 1974, he was the creative leader of Walt Disney Imagineering. He was the vice chairman and the principal creative executive there. He is the only Disney cast member to participate in every opening of our 11 theme parks worldwide.
Wow.
And he was inducted as a Disney legend in 2001. You can see his influence in every single Disney park and in the careers and the creative philosophy of almost every designer and showman in our industry. It is our pleasure to introduce to you the Executive Vice President and Imagineering Ambassador, Disney legend, Marty Sklar.
Well, thank you, Mickey and Minnie, and Jen and Aaron, and congratulations on your leadership of Epcot and Walt Disney World. You know, all of Walt Disney World is a reflection of Walt Disney's vision, leadership, and imagination, and especially confidence and optimism about what the future can be. The film I wrote about Walt Disney's concept for Epcot was actually the very last time he appeared before the cameras in October 1966. And Walt's vision for Epcot really set the course for everything that has happened here at Walt Disney World in the 41 years since. Those letters, E-P-C-O-T, have in fact been carried out through the E, experimental, in everything from transportation systems to trash collections and even talking turtles. The P, prototype, in energy systems, construction methods, and new entertainment experiences. The C, community. On a peak day right here on these 28,000 acres, there are more than 300,000 people, including the guests in our 4 Disney parks and resort hotels and campgrounds, and between 50 and 60,000 cast members. A community requiring all the services of a good-sized city, whether it's moving them, feeding them, housing them, or, as you can attest, entertaining them. The T, tomorrow, so many firsts, so many steps, small and large, into the future. So many dreams come true. From the day my fellow Imagineers and I began to create the Epcot Center that opened 25 years ago today, the experts we consulted in government, universities, and industry all told us one thing. The most trusted name in America is Mickey Mouse. True. Therefore, they said, you Imagineers and your Disney colleagues have a role to play. They helped us to define that role, creating turn-ons that would inspire our guests through our stories and our characters, not just to have fun with their families, but to want to discover and know more about the subjects in the pavilions in World and Future World and the countries and people in World Showcase. I always remember a quote from Walt Disney. In our business, he said, you can educate people, but don't tell them you're doing it. The passion for excellence that Walt Disney inspired motivated all of us. Disney cast members as well as the designers, architects, engineers, and filmmakers who joined us to dream big dreams, invent new experiences, and tell new stories about the lessons of yesterday, the challenges of today, and the promise of tomorrow. Along with my friend and colleague at the Walt Disney Studio, Irwin Oken, we expressed this dream through the words we wrote for our Chief Executive Officer, E. Carden Walker, for Epcot's dedication plaque. To all who come to this place of joy, hope, and friendship, welcome. Epcot is inspired by Walt Disney's creative vision. Here, human achievements are celebrated through imagination, wonders of enterprise, and concepts of a future that promises new and exciting benefits for all. May Epcot Center entertain, inform, and inspire, and above all, may it instill a new sense of belief and pride in man's ability to shape a world that offers hope to people everywhere. I hope you believe, as I do, that Epcot has fulfilled that mission. 25 years ago, we said the 21st century began on October 1, 1982. Today, on October 1, 2007, we rededicate Epcot and ourselves to a new future that begins now. Tracy, I'll never forget that opening day of Epcot. There were dignitaries and cultural representatives from all over the world. And one of the things I remember the most was a water pouring ceremony to start the Communicore fountain behind us. Don't you think it would be wonderful if we could do something like that today?
I guess you've been reading the script because that is exactly what we're going to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah! Well, 25 years ago, people came from all over the world to represent their cultures. Today, we have the incredible privilege of having our own cultural representatives right here at Epcot. We've already met a few of the cast members from Future World, but now it's time to meet representatives from the countries of World Showcase. Some of our cultural representatives are carrying colorful banners representing the countries of World Showcase. Look closely, and you will see Japan, Morocco, France, the United Kingdom, Canada, America, Italy, Germany, China, Norway, and Mexico. Other cultural representatives are carrying many different types of folkloric containers. The water in these containers represents famous rivers or bodies of water from their countries. From Japan, an imari vase with water from the Shinano. From Morocco, a water vessel with water from the Rivière. From France, a provincial water jug with water from the Seine. From the United Kingdom, a pewter pitcher with water from the Thames. From Canada, a stoneware crock with water from the Mackenzie. From America, an ironstone jug with water from the mighty Mississippi. A De La Rocca pitcher with water from the Po. From Germany, a German art glass pitcher with water from the Rhine. From China, a cloisonné vase with water from the Yangtze. From Norway, a folk art container with water from the fjords. From Mexico, a folk art container with water from the Rio Grande. And now it's time for the pouring of the waters. Marty and I would love it if you could help us start the Communicore Fountain with a little bit of Disney magic by using the phrase, "We've just begun to dream." Say it with us, everybody.
We've just begun to dream. We've just begun to dream.
Say it again, I can't hear you.
We've just begun to dream. We've just begun to dream.
Thank you so much for joining us for this ceremony honoring Epcot's 25th anniversary.